Are you hanging in there with me? It's week 3, time to record track 2 of our Ambient Guitar EPs. If you're just joining the series, let me recap. A few weeks ago, I challenged myself to create a 5-song ambient guitar EP in 6 weeks. And I also challenged all of you to do the same, thinking, wow, wouldn't it be great if we could have just this massive amount of amazing ambient guitar music? If you haven't already seen it, check out the intro here somewhere. I've just recorded my second track and posted it here on YouTube, and I want to walk you through the track. If you haven't seen it yet, I'll include a link at the end of this video. For track number 2, I started off with the same basic settings as track number 1. Here's what my guitar tone sounds like with the compressor, Wampler Ego, and the Strymon Riverside. Also, to change things up on this track, I decided to use my Heat Sound EBow to create bowed effects instead of picking the guitar. And here's what that sounds like. I then decided I wanted to create a Frippertronic style looping effect, and of course the Strymon Capistan is perfect for that. So I created a decaying loop in the pedal, and here's what it sounds like when I use it with the EBow. Yeah, okay, very nice, isn't it? It's very simple, but very nice sounding. And I added a little bit of tape age and degradation to the loop. So as it continues to repeat, you'll hear it kind of get more and more dirty sounding. Next up, I cheated. If you go back to the introduction, you'll see that I set for myself a series of constraints for this album to kind of make it easier and faster to put it together. And one of them was to pick an effects chain and just leave it and not swap pedals out. Well, as luck, chance, whatever would have it, I happened to get a GFI Systems Specular Tempest this past week. And since I'm preparing to do a demo video of it, I popped it into the pedal board and decided to use it on this piece. So what I've got going on with the Specular Tempest is the pitch shifted delay setting. Okay, so I'll go back and I'll post a link to the full demo. But there's a pitch shifted delay, and here's what it sounds like. Yeah, that's really nice. And I should say that the pitch shifted delay is not unique to the Specular Tempest. The Timeline actually will do it, as will the Source Audio Nemesis, and I believe the Boss DD500. There's a bunch of pedals that can do pitch shifted delays. But I thought it sounded really cool. And if I do the looping with the Capistan, here's what I get. Yeah, that's really nice. So you can create really full-sounding loops with this setup, which is what I wanted. All right, next up is the Strymon Timeline. And you know what? I left it set up exactly as I did for track 1 on this track. So that would be the pattern delay. And all I did was adjust the tap tempo of the pattern delay. Here's what the Specular Tempest and the Timeline sound like together. Yeah, that's really, really nice. And finally, in this effects chain, I added in the BigSky, and I'm using the Cloud reverb type. Okay, let's flip over to Logic for just a minute. I just want to show you how I got the low F-sharp drone for this piece. It's a pretty cool sound, isn't it? And what I did was just create a 2 or 3 bar section, and then I used Logic Pro's looping capability just to loop it on out through the course of the entire piece. So we're now on week 3 of this challenge. How are you doing with recording? Are you having success? Are you having challenges? I would love to hear about it in the comments below. Let's get a conversation going and let's help each other along the way as we work through this 6-week Ambient Guitar EP Challenge. If you haven't already done so, please subscribe and hit the bell notification so you'll know every time I post an update to this series. And as always, I'll see all of you on the next video.